Good morning. Welcome to St Paul's College. I'd like to thank you all for giving of your time this morning and for being a part of Enterprise in the local community program. Today we have 21 young men who have been involved in the program. They've faced the challenges that come with working together in collaboration, in constant communication with each other, and working with businesses that they never knew existed. I would like to extend my thanks to the organisers and mentors, Graham TWEMLOW and Mitchell FILBY from the SEVENmile Venture Club. Both have supported the groups throughout the program and have been very generous in their time. Before we begin, and I hand over to Mitchell, I would like to acknowledge the land upon which we stand. The St Paul's community acknowledges that we are here today on the traditional lands of the Gayamagal people of the Ku-ring-gai tribe. It is upon their ancestral lands that this college sits. While there has been great change to this land over many generations, we know that the story and spirit of the Gayamagal people will always be etched in this land. As we share our own knowledge, teaching and learning here at the college, may we also pay respects to the knowledge embedded forever within the Aboriginal custodianship of this country. We honour and we respect the custodians, past and present, of the Gayamagal people, and we thank them for welcoming to their land today. I would like to now hand over to Mitchell FILBY of SEVENmile. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Today we have the opportunity to listen to 4 fantastic teams to deliver what I think will be both an insightful and compelling business solution to our eagerly awaiting business owners. Today, just to give you some housekeeping, we'll be going through the process of having each business team present their presentation, and in response, we'll have our business owner giving some feedback, critique, and I guess words of encouragement about that business solution, and then a photo shoot with ZALI. So without holding this up any further, I'd like to introduce the first team, Team Tinker Tank. Would you come to the podium and present? Thank you.
STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics. STEAM is a learning approach that helps students to adapt to the modern world with practical skills such as problem solving, scientific method, and dedication to the goal. We believe this is a method that will drive the future generation to achieve breakthroughs never before heard of. Good morning, my name is Fenji. This is Team Think Tank, and today I have with me Bobby, Jarawa, Jake, and Ethan.
Tinker Tank is a STEAM education program that focuses on developing interest in STEAM subjects and technology in younger children. In addition, it is attempting to help older students to reach a higher level of achievement and perhaps career pathways in STEAM and technology. It does this by providing mentorship from industry professionals and a location with equipment for students to work on their projects and hone their crafts.
The problem that Tinker Tank is facing is that there is a lack of utilisation in newly rented space, with a current estimated utilisation rate of 30%. This is posing a large challenge for the profit margins of the business. We believe this is a symptom of larger problem of the childish branding of the current Tinker Tank, which alienates a large portion of extracurricular education and hobby market of older students and adults.
To solve this issue, we encourage separation of the elementary school children-oriented brand currently known as Tinker Tank, and the creation of a new brand that is teen and adult-oriented, which could be named TechSpace. This is to get rid of the childlike branding to attract a broader audience without distancing ourselves from the prover younger customer base. Along with the launch of the new brand, there will be an accompanied relaunch of the website with a more user-friendly element that will get the viewer's attention. This will be promoted with a series of themed weeks where workshops, beginners classes, and competitions could be held for little or no charge to encourage new customers to try out the TechSpace experience and what TechSpace may have to offer.
All of this promotion and change is to encourage potential customers to sign up to the new tiered membership subscription program. This ranges from the bottom: Basic, which includes unlimited access for $45 a week; Enthusiast, which is the same, plus 2 hours of mentorship and access to career advice from industry professionals for $60 a week; Professional, which is the same as Enthusiast with 2 more hours of mentorship for $80 a week; or Drop-In, which is a 30-minute session where people can use the equipment they want for $40 each time. What this system aims to achieve is a stable and consistent cash flow and customer base through the subscription model. Of course, this will be supplemented by drop-in one-off sessions for those that only want to use the facilities and can be a gateway for new customers.
Another more long-term goal of ours is to implement a career advisory and pathways program to help aspiring creators enter the difficult industry. This could involve references from industry professionals, guidance meetings, help producing documents and examples of work. This will encourage customers to purchase higher tiers of the subscription plan, as this is not offered by our other competitors.
Of the above solution, we recommend implementing them all for the greatest effect. However, it is possible for the plans to work independently from each other. We rank their importance by rebranding, membership, theme months, and career pathways. This is because rebranding is a necessary step in building a broader customer base. Our belief that a membership program will be better fitted to this age group, the themed months having an impact and being easy to set up, and the career pathways expecting a smaller impact while being quite difficult to begin with.
Over the 8 weeks, we as a group learned many important lessons about the function and planning of a business. This real-life experience outside of case studies allows us to apply the skills and examples we have learnt in class. Management of human resources is also an important skill we experience in this process. With the correct allocation of tasks and collaborations allowed us to complete this project in a timely and efficient manner.
Looking forwards, we believe we are able to help in the implementation of these various programs and the finer details of their application. We think that as the origin of these ideas, we have the clearest image of the end results of these programs and will result in the greatest success if executed by us.
Last but not least, we would like to present our thanks to everyone that has listened to our presentation. We would especially like to thank Mrs. Shawcross, Greg and Mitch, and JULIJA for making this whole thing possible. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, gentlemen. That was a very good presentation. I love the idea of having a tech space for a broader community for JULIJA. JULIJA, could I get you just to have a response, please?
Hi everyone, I'm JULIJA. Guys, that was amazing. Thank you very, very much for all your hard work. I know you really worked hard at this and I can tell. Your ideas are fantastic, and I will definitely, although it's going to be a lot of work for us to rebrand, I do completely agree with you. The separation of the two products is the only way that we will gain that market that we do need to address, which is the teen and high schoolers market. I think you guys have found a really great approach. I also will definitely implement the Pathways program, working more on hand and in person with mentors that are in the industry. I think that's vitally important for high schoolers to get that mentorship. especially around their future careers. You know, they're going to need that firsthand knowledge and the ability to speak to someone that knows what they're doing. So thank you guys very, very much for all your hard work, and thank you to 7Mile and to St. Paul's for hosting this.
We're just going to get a quick photo shoot with ZALI. You're going to be busy, ZALI, up and down. While Team Tinker Tank is in their filming, can I get Team Edge organised and set up? Good morning. We have Team Edge who are going to present in the business on Edge environment. Thank you, guys.
Good morning and welcome to Team Edge. My name is Jackson and the teammates are SEVEile, Matt, Charlie and Max. We have been working with Edge environment and increasing the sustainability in the school environment. We hope you enjoy.
Hello. What would you think if the world came to an end? When I mean the end, I propose the extinction of every existing organism on the earth, and that is because of the unbalanced human lifestyle. And because of the disproportionate pollution created by the previous generations, the earth is set to be 70% covered with plastic contamination within the next 6 years. And with that, an increase in occurrences of many other problems and issues that will affect our future majorly. And did you know, from the investigation that we conducted from the school association, nearly 45% of the students that we interviewed had presented us with an explanation that had no correspondence to the common thought of sustainability and what the benefits of sustainability provide. And from what is transpiring within the world today and the future that lies ahead of us, these problems have a rather shocking outcome that the human race should not face at how early we are into general life and the development of human expansion. However, we and Edge Environment are collaborating together to present doable ideas and solutions to incorporate into many school systems to minimize and possibly stop the problems that we see within the future years to come.
The question is, what does sustainability mean to us? What we asked ourselves, many others, we discovered that there are lots of meanings. They did have many common themes. Sustainability means our needs within the compromise of the ability of the future generations to meet their needs, in addition to natural resources and also social and economic resources. Sustainability recognises that the Earth's resources are limited. There are limits like the creation of new products and services, new buildings, or to recognise the impacts of the environment.
What is Edge Environment? Edge Environment supports and helps companies in creating a sustainability plan. They offer sustainability solutions, assisting large companies in the improvement of sustainability. Jonas created Edge Environment after a journey of discovering the Earth is most important, being inspired to change his career direction from designing vehicles to helping companies make better choices to protect the environment.
Solutions to better the environment. Based on our research, the solution needs to be to put programs into schools, and we need to educate the school community about the environment so everyone knows about sustainability and how important the environment really is. We have come up with an idea to add environment ambassadors into the school to involve everyone and help them grow and to give a better understanding of the environment. Our solution is to invest our time into the schools all around Australia to give them the knowledge they need to know about pollution and help stop it. The Edge team has worked hard on helping the environment, and now it's our turn to put a foot forward in our school systems. There are many things we can all do.
What sustainability practices are necessary in order to overcome the crisis? We interviewed James Griffin, the New South Wales Parliamentary Secretary for Veterans and New South Wales Parliamentary Secretary for the Environment. We asked what sustainability practices are necessary in order to overcome the crisis. He mentioned that paper and cardboard recycling is good, however plastics were exported until July, when the federal government placed a ban on plastic exports. Now, effective methods are used in dealing with the waste issue, with waste being a commodity holding value. Energy regulation is not an issue of when it happens, which includes upgrading energy grids being used from the 1900s with wind, hydro and solar energy. Consumer consciousness is also necessary, with consumers having the correct knowledge surrounding what they buy and what others buy. Griffin also showed us new innovative products that remove the need for plastic products. For example, we were shown how sheep wool can be used as an alternative to packaging products in order to protect products while being sustainable and taking away the need for plastic. Plastic is used predominantly throughout the packaging in Australia, with 900,000 tonnes being used in packaging alone each year. What have we tried and why has it not worked? James Griffin mentioned a range of methods that have been tried, however failed. A method tried was using failure to innovate, however this proved to be unsuccessful. He also mentioned that the use of nets to manage shark attacks has not been successful. While nets can be harmful towards the sustainability of ecosystems and wildlife, the public perception around the issue of removing nets has not changed.
Pathways and new opportunities that have came from this program. Sustainability ambassadors. This is an idea that we as a group has came up with as a future pathway that can be adapted. A selected group of 2 to 3 St. Paul's boys could be selected as representatives of the sustainability goals and views of St. Paul's community. They could work alongside leadership teams and college staff to achieve practical and meaningful goals to increase sustainability of St. Paul's and lower the environmental impact. Another pathway that we have developed as a team that could come of this program is the connections developed with SEVENmile. We have now opened up the opportunity to work alongside SEVENmile with possible business ventures in the future. Also, with working with Team Edge, this has given us the opportunity to work alongside them and has opened possibilities to keep a connection to Team Edge for future projects, and the possibility of work experience and working alongside them as sustainability ambassadors of St. Paul's. We'd like to say thank you to SEVENmile and everyone that has been a part of this program.
That was a fantastic presentation. I love the ambassadors. I think that's a fantastic idea. I think that's something that's actually current today that the schools could look at. On that note, I'm going to get Jonas to come up and give a 2-minute feedback response. Thank you.
Thanks, team. That was amazing. What a nice visual presentation and use of multimedia. It was really good. And I like the way you approached it by collecting information and data from different stakeholders to really understand their views on the topic. And I also saw an amazing evolution of thought, because when we met the first time, we had some really initial discussions around what is sustainability and the topic, and your level of sophistication now is amazing. And I think you really got to the core of the solution as well, which is around leadership and creating champions and collaborating with stakeholders to get the solution where it needs to get to. So absolutely fantastic. Nice to see ZALI here as well. Team Edge, you can feel that Edge also signed up to the Climate Act for Parliament. So we're behind that as well, which is another great sign of leadership. So welcome to Edge anytime. Great presentation, great thoughts, great developments. So really congratulations, amazing work.
If I could get the Team Edge over for a photo shoot with ZALI. I know ZALI will talk later because I know she's passionate about that, getting the bill up in federal parliament. Was it Federal Parliament this week, ZALI, that you got that bill up? Last 2 weeks ago. So it's very passionate. So while that team prepares for their photo shoot, could I have Team Tradie up here to set up for us, please?
Did you know that schools in Australia will spend approximately $5 billion a year on maintenance? And did you know that St Paul's spent $220,000 last year on maintenance? We believe that schools can save a significant amount of money on their annual spend by being more efficient in their use of tradies by using Go Tradie. Hello, we're Team Go Tradie. I'm Bo. That's Sam, Lockie, Oscar and Ryan.
Go Tradie is a new mobile app and web platform created by Adam Fazani, connecting local licensed tradies and trade suppliers with people and companies seeking their services on demand. Go Tradie is trying to tap into the school market, so we need to find the best possible way for this to happen. This will help Go Tradie balance the two-sided market, which is the foundation of its business.
Adam's problem is that he wants to implement his Go Tradie app into the school's way of managing maintenance. Naturally, we thought about who we needed to interview and who we should contact if we want to solve Go Tradie's problem. We interviewed 3 people who together manage maintenance of St Paul's. The first person being Mr. Van Bockhoven, who was the financial manager of St Paul's. The second being Mr. Brown, as you know, is the principal of St Paul's. And also Miss Brock, who manages the maintenance work. We gained a lot of information from these interviews that is relevant to finding possible solutions to the problem that Adam faces. Go Tradie has a dashboard that shows exactly how the annual maintenance funding is spent. The dashboard captures all the data related to maintenance in one place. The school currently uses Google Doc, Xero and spreadsheets, which is hard and confusing to use. The Go Tradie dashboard will allow Mr. Van Bockhoven, Mr. Brown and Miss Brock to see all the same data. That means they can make better decisions. We could get the school's trade to sign up for the Go Tradie app and implement the system in a way that doesn't disrupt the current flow, as the tradies already have built a strong relationship with Miss Brock and the school.
Our recommended solution is we get the school tradies to sign up for Go Tradie and implement the system in a way that doesn't disrupt the current flow, as the current tradies have already built strong relationships with Mrs. Brock and the school.
We learned a vast range of skills, such as how it feels to make some business decisions and how to interview people. We realised we had to interview St Paul's staff whose job it is to keep our campus in good condition. Also, the answers from the interviews helped us to decide what the best solution is for Adam. We also learned a lot about making a presentation.
How can we take this from St Paul's to other schools and teach people about the process of research and solutions? We could offer to be the student review team for the Go Tradie dashboard. If any of our team wants to start a business, we can go to SEVENmile for help and support. We could offer to be the student review team for the Go Tradie dashboard, which has all the data in one place to help Mr. Van Bockhoven save money. Another idea we had was that we would become a research team for Go Tradie, so we could help find out how to take this from St Paul's to other schools and teach people about the process of research and solutions. We would like to thank Adam, Ms. Shawcross and the SEVENmile team for making this possible. Thanks for listening.
I think you'll agree with me that was a very good commercial model. I know Adam will probably implement that, but I love the transparency of an integrated dashboard. Visibly would certainly make life easier for a lot of schools, I guess. Adam, could I get you to do a 2-minute response for me? Thank you.
Cool. I'd also like to thank the boys, and Josh is not here today as well, so pass that thanks on for me as well, please to him. Thanks to the school for setting up this pathway, and to the SEVENmile team as well for giving both myself and the boys the opportunity to work on this.
I think when I was asked whether I'd like to be involved, I was really cognizant of wanting to make sure that the boys got something out of this that they could hopefully take forward to use from both now and in the future. And I've been very, very impressed by the way that they actually really took on the task that I gave them. I've given them a real business problem that exists in my business. The way you approached it was superb. I mean, you guys are only in year 9, and there's a lot of people who wouldn't have done the level of quality that you've done. So I think the question facilitation that you did, plus the design thinking component, and you actually came out with a real world solution that's going to be genuinely helpful in my business. So I can't thank you boys enough. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully continuing a conversation with you in the near future. Thanks again.
Before I introduce our last team, I Measure You, I know that when they had the opportunity to meet Matt the first time, Matt realised he needed some energy in the room, and he made everyone get up and run around this basketball court. I'm not going to make you do that today. On that note, I'd like to introduce you to Team I Measure You.
Did you know that extensive research confirms growing children and adolescents are at the highest risk of gaining lower limb injuries? In an extremely active world, where there is very limited time for people to stop and rest, it is of key importance for one to understand not only the limits of their body, but how their body works and operates. With that being said, if there were to be a product in which could fulfill both of these problems, by retrieving data from our lower limbs and instantaneously synchronizing it to our mobile and Android devices, should we use it? Good morning, my name is Kalani FILBY, and alongside my colleagues, Jalen Salome, Tom Dignam, Teo Kirkpatrick, and Anthony Kokat, we are Team I Measure You.
Our understanding of I Measure You. Through extensive research of the business, we have recognised I Measure You to be a wearable form of technology, which is designed to detect, analyse, and measure data based on your lower limb movements. I Measure You is able to capture this data and automatically synchronise it to Android or mobile devices.
The problem that we're addressing today is that we have to try and sell the I Measure You product to high schools within Australia.
Our thinking and possible ideas. The problem with bringing the product into schools is the data system provided by I Measure You is too complex and hard to understand. Therefore, one of the solutions can be to make the data shown to the user easier to analyse and read. Another solution is a student pricing plan. We would like to create a student pricing plan as schools can purchase the product for a much cheaper price and feel comfortable with the product. There is also a lack of awareness of the extensive research confirming that young growing children and teens are at high risk of lower limb injury.
The solution which we have come to is that the I Measure You data system is far too complex for high school students to understand and interpret. We believe that this problem could be resolved by implementing a traffic light system, which summarises the complex data into a simple green, amber, and red indicator. Green would indicate that everything is going well and that a player is operating at 90% and above. Amber would indicate that a player or student would need to be monitored and that they are operating at 65% and above, whilst the red indicator would show that something is most definitely wrong and that a student should seek help from a physio or specialist, and that they are operating at 50% and below. Alongside this traffic light system, we would also like to implement a student pricing plan.
What we have learned being part of this program. We have learned that it is very easy to make the wrong assumptions. This is due to everyone having a different view and understanding of the product. It has led us to have different viewpoints and varied understandings of the product as it is based on what we know. We have learnt that understanding core problems rather than surface-based symptoms are critical to establish real value. Thirdly, problem statements can help align and support to validate everyone's view of the problem. Finally, having the flexibility to pivot is extremely important. This means changing from an all schools perspective to a St. Paul's only perspective.
Our potential pathways. Alongside iMeasureU, we would love the opportunity to help co-design the traffic light system. Our team could be used by iMeasureU to conduct real-life research on high school students. Any students who has the opportunity or innovation to start a business can connect and work with 7mile's Venture Labs, where they can develop their ideas, connect to a broad business community, and commercialize their business.
Finally, we would like to thank Mrs. Shawcross, Greg, Mitchell, Mr. Emerson, and Matt Clark from iMeasureU for the continuous support and reassurance with the project. I would also like to thank Peter Doherty from New South Wales Education for sponsoring the program, and to everyone that's turned up here for watching our teams present. Thank you very much.
That was great, guys. Well done. I think I love that idea about the traffic light system. Make it simpler for the schools to actually understand the data and to be analysed much more effectively with the users. Matt, on that note, could I get you to come to the podium and give a 2-minute response? Thank you.
Thanks to the school and to Mitchell and Greg for the opportunity, and thanks very much, boys. I really appreciate the research and the feedback. As someone who went to Teachers College and ended up in business, it's been a real pleasure to work with students. And I think for me, I was saying to someone just before these presentations that it took me until sort of my mid-20s to work out the connection between what I was doing at high school and business. So I think this is a really important program to give students a purpose and an understanding that what they're learning at school is actually connected to the real world in business. So congrats, guys, on the program. I think, you know, the other big lesson for me in business is that one of the key things is qualification or customer qualification. Does the customer qualify? Does it fit with what my business is selling? And I think the biggest thing that the boys have discovered in terms of what our business does is it's in its current form, it's not the right fit for high schools. And if that's all you walk away with, that's still a good thing. Sometimes a quick no, qualifying a customer out quickly can save you a lot of time and money. So I guess you've given me some food for thought to think about, okay, if we need to change our system to be relevant to the high school market in Australia, is that worth doing? Is that something that we want to do as a business to change our user experience to satisfy what's required in the high school market? So well done on that. That's a really important discovery and something hopefully we can work on iterating in the future. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Hey, ZALI, could I have you up at the podium if you don't mind? Thank you. And we've run perfectly on time, so I'm going to ask ZALI to, I guess, get some feedback, response, any insights, input that'd be valuable. Thank you very much, ZALI.
Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me and inviting me into this project. It's really been really inspiring, but really interesting. Thanks to Karen Shawcross for inviting us up and welcoming us. And if I could also pay my respects to the Indigenous elders past, present and future, and may we all work together to a better future all together. And I know that we're in good hands when I hear the ideas and the initiative from all of you students. Congratulations on this terrific project. It really is fantastic to see that level of initiative coming out of our local schools and our local businesses. To the Department of Education for your support of the program, in particular Peter O'Doherty, to St Paul's College, obviously, for their innovation in stepping forward to being part of this as a pilot school. I hope there will be a lot more development for it to continue. To the local businesses who you've volunteered your times and skills and expertise, it's really important. I firmly believe we're an amazing community here in Warringah, and our strength is actually from our businesses, our community, everyone being involved and working together. 2020 has been a challenging year for local businesses, and I can assure you all those skills that you were looking at, students, boys, in terms of entrepreneurship, analytical thinking, creativity, you know, the word that's been overused in 2020, the word pivoting. But the reality is for small businesses, when you have a challenging year like 2020, so many businesses have had to come up with solutions. And it's really important to learn those skills now while you're studying and thinking about what your careers can be. So to Tinker Tank, Edge Consulting, Go Tradie and I Measure You, thank you for lending your expertise and really mentoring and showing these students what the opportunities are. But importantly, boys, young men, you are our future. We have plenty of problems on our plate when it comes to the world we live in and some of the issues we have to tackle, and some of your projects raised a few of them, I guess in particular in relation to sustainability, where we need to find a way to enjoy our comfortable lifestyles in a way that is more sustainable, where we can actually have a lighter footprint. And we need a lot of smart, bright minds turning their focus on that. We need to analyse the problems and find the solutions. And I can see a program like this really efficiently and being really effective in driving all you young men towards looking at those problems, finding solutions, whether it be with I Measure You with sport. I certainly, with my sporting background, know the importance of data and analytics and really breaking a problem down. I could come and tell you about all the problems of Parliament, but that would take too long. But I really look forward to seeing more of this program. Thank you so much to SEVENmile Venture Lab. I think there are so many really important skills here, and I really look forward to being involved more and hearing about further years develop with the program. I think it's a great initiative, and I'm really proud that it started here in Warringah. So well done. I hope you've felt really inspired, especially to you, the students. You know, it's really important that you have that sense of optimism and hope around problem solving and opportunities for the future. So well done for being involved in the project, for fantastic presentations this morning. I know we're in good hands. Thank you.
Thank you, ZALI. I know you have a busy day, so thank you. Appreciate you attending today. I'd like to also now introduce and have our major sponsor from New South Wales Education, Peter O'Doherty. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody can understand me okay. Subtitles will come up on the screen shortly. My name is Peter O'Doherty and I'm from Training Services, New South Wales. The REAP programme which we're involved in is about developing industry partnerships between local businesses and employers and local high schools. I've been involved in a lot of entrepreneurship workshops, delivering them into schools across Sydney. It was a rainy day at the start of the year in Manly. I met with Greg over a cup of coffee, and I said to him, we've had some good outcomes, but I'm really wanting to link in local businesses and get students in schools seeing real world problems and local problems, and actually getting hands-on with the business. To see some of the presentations by students and some of the feedback as well from the small businesses, I think we've achieved what we've set out to do. So a big congratulations to Greg and Mitch for all their hard work. I think also I'd like to say a big thank you to Phil Cox, who oversees the Broken Bay Diocese. Some of the ideas I come to him with they are very new, but it's really great to see a diocese really prepared to take a bit of a risk and try new things with the students. And also extend that to St. Paul's and to Karen, who've done a great job in getting involved with the programme, and really it's been fantastic. The students as well, really well done. It's not hard to come up and speak in front of people, but overall I hope everybody has enjoyed the experience and as ZALI said, learned some really key and foundation skills that will add up to make a successful career, whatever pathway you choose to do. So thank you very much, and I'll see you later.
Thanks, Peter. Also, just to mention, Peter has kindly organised lunch for our presenters today. I'd like to have Chris Brown, if I could, offer some words from that, following on from Peter and also from the teams.
Thanks, everybody. Firstly, can I welcome ZALI to the college officially, and thank you very much for being here today. Gentlemen, this is the future of education that you've been part of, and from our point of view, we've been seeking to take the college in this direction, and I know in conversation with Phil and Mel from the office, we've sort of been planning where we're going in this space. And they came to us with this opportunity, and we grabbed it with both hands. And I'm very grateful to Karen Shawcross for the work that she did with you, working with SEVENmile to make this happen. So thank you very much for all of that. We really appreciate the support. And to Karen, thank you for the great work you did to make this a reality. I know there's been a lot of time and effort put in. And I think today brings it all together. And I think hopefully we'll see a lot more of this happening in schools as we go forward. And all the very best, gentlemen, for your entrepreneurship in the future. Thank you again.
Thank you, Chris. In closing, I'll have my co-director, Greg TWEMLOW, make the final words. Thank you.
Not much longer, gentlemen. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I believe there is a lunch coming, although I can't see it, so I don't know. Is it really going to come? Oh, look, this has just been a fantastic experience. I can speak personally, speaking for Mitch as well. I know he's thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's been a wonderful model that it was a pilot, you know, and Peter and I talked about it way back in around February about how we do it, and we agreed we need a pilot program. And Peter said, "Look, leave it with me," in his Irish lilt. I'll go and find a school who's happy to participate. And so congratulations to the diocese, to the senior staff at St. Paul's, because this was a bit of a leap of faith. So, you know, I recognise that as great entrepreneurship on your behalf, and I think you're happy. We're certainly just so thrilled. It has been wonderful working with this cohort of young men, and we had a lot of laughs. I can tell you that what you saw, in terms of slides, in terms of the scripts, that was all the students' work. I mean, Mish and I did a lot of mentoring and coaching, but we were truly mentoring. We weren't instructing or giving specific, ideas to the students. So what you saw was their work. I think it's amazing. I love the fact that we have our local businesses connected now to the school in a meaningful way. I'd love to think that, we might be able to talk about how we do this again, maybe on a bigger scale. Peter and I have already chatted about that as well. One final point that I just wanted to make that I think is very important is the pedagogical thinking that underpins this program and the reason it's designed the way it is. Our belief at SEVENmile is that young people, students, university, high school kids need a range of soft skills for their future. And the 3 foundation soft skills that we think are most important are entrepreneurship, analytical thinking, and creativity. That's kind of a foundation layer. Now, what's important to understand about how it links back to this program, if we start with entrepreneurship, if you think about the essence of entrepreneurship, any ideas on what the essence of entrepreneurship is? I haven't got anyone lined up to give me an answer, but that's okay if you don't have an idea about the answer. The essence of entrepreneurship is a conscious decision to step into the unknown. That's what every entrepreneur does. It's what JULIJA and Adam and Jonas and Matt did as they set about starting their business. They took that conscious decision to step into the unknown, confident that they'd have the ability to deal with the challenges that came their way. And we saw that with this cohort. If you actually look back at the video material of that launch day, it's kind of funny because we had 21 students sitting there. I looked at the faces and it was like, what are we doing here? What the hell is this going to be? But they took that decision to step into the unknown with us. That's very entrepreneurial, gentlemen, so I congratulate you on that. Throughout the program, of course, it required them to analyse and to dig deep and to think about what they're hearing, what they're reading. Do we need to dig deeper and understand this better? And they all did. They all did further analysis. They did their research. They did their interviews. So we brought them into that analytical thinking process and then encouraged their creativity to flourish in thinking about solutions. So our pedagogical thinking links back to what we think are those 3 critical soft skills for young people to be developing before they leave full-time education. Again, I congratulate the diocese, St. Paul's, senior staff, all of our students. Peter O'Doherty, I hope that we can talk some more in time about doing this again because it has been truly wonderful. And I thank you and wish you a great day, and please stay and enjoy some lunch with us. Thank you.